Always just kind of felt like music was my thing. I was growing up, I played piano. It made sense to me. A lot of the, just the black and white keys, the way you can create any kind of melody you realistically want. It just kind of resonated with me. Doing all the beat making and stuff, it feels like I'm actually doing something awesome instead of just putting something out there. What's going on, everybody? My name is LtGhxst, and I made the song Made of Silence. It's about being not seen, not heard. Feeling made of silence, keeping my distance by showing kindness. Following steps, I started writing. Blowing hundreds on diamonds, get my name out your comments. Yeah, the feeling is always silent. It's always kind of this numb, non-existent feeling. Typically when you're trying to avoid to show who you are and keep to yourself, you're often attributing that with silence. So, just being kind with like a little, hey, following steps, I started writing. Basically, I was trying to learn what other people are doing. I started to write down what I was feeling in some of my lyrics and verses when I was back in high school. And a lot of the time I would mimic my emotion into my sound with the beats that I make too. Blowing hundreds on diamonds, guys, I'm really out here doing it, okay? We got diamond watches. We got diamond bracelets. If you ask me, I'm a blow hundreds on diamonds. That's just what I'm gonna do. Captain of the ship can get violent. Rocking the boat, staying afloat at the top can take time. Yeah, a lot of the times when you're at the top of something, you have to do a lot to stay there. A lot of the times when you're on this metaphorical ship and it starts to rock, you can't really survive unless you do the things that are necessary. Like in terms of creativeness and your mindset, a lot of the times you have to make sacrifices for the things you need to stay at the top or to stay afloat at all. It's kind of hard to keep all that together. Missing my mark by like a mile. Flip a coin whether I break a smile. A lot of the things in my life I've been missing out on because I've been, not too quick to jump on it, or I got on it too late. The later you start and the more you worry is when you start to succeed less and less, because you're only holding yourself back from greatness that you've always dreamt of. A lot of the times I've been having horrible days. The past 8 months, I'd say, were kind of rough. Moving and stuff, everything just feels weird. So it's really just at a coin flip whether or not I'm gonna have a good day and actually smile at people and feel like somewhat neutral. Dodging a date, breaking my spine, staying awake until 5. I'm dodging these people so hard that I'm damn near breaking my spine doing it, which to go out of my way is kind of unnecessary. I've been awake every night, writing, making a song, making the beat up until about 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning, awake, trying to grind, and it wasn't going anywhere because I wasn't truly grinding like I was supposed to be. Spilling this, need to clean up my own aisle. Caught up with the looks and the style, fixing my hair just how you like. I've been saving the champagne that's on ice. I've got a lot of things going on in my life that I need to clean up, a lot of it that's in my own lane that I need to stay to and try to figure out before I go forward. If you're gonna better yourself, you gotta stick to what you're doing. You gotta figure it out. Everybody's so caught up with someone's look and someone's fashion. It's tiring. Having to care so much about how you look, about how you do your hair, your makeup, your face, your clothes, your jewelry, your accessories, it's all tedious, time consuming, it's meaningless, it's material. I don't think I deserve any praise and honor at all yet. I don't think any of what I do should be held up on this pedestal. In the future, I want my victory and I want my winning to be more monumental, more meaningful. And it's just, now's not the time. Going 122 miles, taking the last pill I could find, mixing the 30 up with the wine. I've been trying to unwind, know they came on my time. I had a friend who messaged me a while back, had told me that he was not doing so well. He was traveling at about 122 miles an hour down the interstate, and I was, of course I was worried for him. It made me think about when you're living this silence, you're never outwardly showing what's wrong and you're bottling everything up to the point where you feel you're on your own. You are facing it by yourself. It's never truly the case. If you asked anybody, they would tell you that there is someone there for you to speak speak to and talk with. And that's really what I wanted to put it in the song, because a lot of what we don't see online is mental health and what people struggle with. And that's what I outline the most in a lot of my music. Every time I try to relax, I go to sit down for a second, it feels like my time is being taken away from me. Like I'm on this time clock 24/7, and I go to sit down 1 minute and life is like, get back up. It's time to start a different day. Broken record, you keep thinking I just stay on your mind, writing love letters for you all the time. This line is really deep and emotional. It's about suicide, and you know, when you leave someone's life forcibly or on accident, it's like that person's a broken record in their head, the way that they won't stop forgetting about you, the ones that do care. And a lot of times you're only going to be known as a memory until it's too late. It's important to speak up and stop being silent and starting to talk to people, understanding where they come from and understanding their issues and what's going on, to see if you can try to lift them out of that. Kisses through the phone and it's making me blind. Jumping in a whole different life. Carbon copy of myself seen through my own eyes. Hope the future version of me has it nice. A lot of the time we get caught up with love and the person on the other end of the phone that we're talking to. And that's all just that we want to hear. That's all we want to feel, is just that love. But a lot of the times it's what makes us blind to what we really need and what we really need to do. It's like tunnel vision for our craft and our ambition. Everybody's ambition is something, but a lot of it is clouded by fake love, and that judgment just isn't there when you're clouded. Carbon copy of myself seen through my own eyes is like being out of body, or being yourself and watching yourself, and you see this downward path that you're going, and it's this incredibly dark feeling of awareness, this absurd self-awareness that you're just not doing anything about because you're just witnessing it. A lot of the times I hope and think that my future self will be, you know, set up and equipped for what's to come. If that's not the case, it's only just a hope. Struggle hood is where I'm at, been there once or twice. Can't keep competing for what never was mine. I've always been struggling with being poor, living impoverished. Slowly but surely, I'm trying to work my way up in the world. Being that I was born into it, maybe it's something I can get out of and I can break, which is what I want to outline in my music, that when there's anything that you want to try to achieve, it's going to be there if you just look for it the correct way. A lot of these women out here, you're just trying to compete for your next dibs. It was never yours, bro. She was never yours. It's always your turn. Same friends that have your back turn to slime. The choice is yours. I award it to terrible vine. A lot of these people that you think were your closest are actually the ones that are the furthest away in heart and in spirit. They want to take down what you have, and I've seen it happen maybe once or twice in my life, and it's not a great feeling. It's truly scary when you realize that person isn't actually wanting to be your friend in life. They want to be your enemy and your martyr. The choice is always in the person's hand. Everyone has a choice in their own free will. I wanted to do a little line about Kids' Choice Awards and the slime, because I mean, truthfully, it all ties together. At the end of the day, you're going to get slimed out either by your homeboy or Nickelodeon. Whichever one that be, just hope that you don't you don't suffer, I guess. That's the best you're gonna have to hope for. But that's pretty much it. That's the whole song. I was trying to achieve this like jungle sounding vibe, but it ended up sounding way better than this jungle. It just sounded like this cacophony of sounds that made everything just piece together just nice. Thank you to everybody that's listened to my music, and thank you, of course. I'm LtGhxst, and that was Feeling Made of Silence. Thank you, guys.
LT.